The discovery. It began in 1947 in the harsh desert landscape near the Dead Sea. A young Bedouin shepherd named Muhammad Ed Dib was searching for a lost goat. Tired and frustrated, he tossed a stone into a dark cave. Instead of silence, the stone echoed with the sound of breaking pottery. Curious, he stepped inside. What he found was not his goat, but history itself. Inside clay jars, wrapped in linen and nearly untouched by time, were scrolls, ancient manuscripts written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. These texts would come to be known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. They are now considered one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. Why? Because they contain the oldest surviving copies of biblical texts, written more than 2,000 years ago. Words that billions of people today still live by were suddenly found preserved in desert caves. But this was only the beginning. Over the following years, archaeologists uncovered more than 900 manuscripts across 11 caves near Qumran. Some scrolls were nearly intact. Others were fragments barely larger than a coin. Together, they created a puzzle of immense historical and spiritual importance. The mystery. The first question historians asked was, why were they hidden? Why would someone carefully seal hundreds of scrolls in jars and bury them in caves? The prevailing theory is that a Jewish sect known as the Essenes, an isolated community living near Qumran, hid the scrolls to protect them from the Romans during their invasion in 68 CE. But other theories suggest darker or more mysterious motives. Some say the scrolls were part of a secret library containing knowledge that certain groups wanted hidden. Others believe the scrolls were abandoned not for protection, but because they represented texts that conflicted with mainstream religious teachings of the time. The content. So what exactly was inside these scrolls? The texts fall into three categories. Biblical manuscripts. These included parts of nearly every book of the Hebrew Bible, written centuries before the earliest copies previously known. This alone shocked historians and religious leaders. Apocryphal works, texts that were not included in the official Bible, but reveal how diverse and complex ancient Jewish thought really was. Books like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees shed light on forgotten traditions. Sectarian texts, writings unique to the Qumran community, including rules of daily life, prophecies, and visions. These gave us a rare window into a secretive group that may have influenced early Christianity. The impact. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls shook the world. For centuries, scholars had debated whether the Bible had been altered through generations of copying. The scrolls proved that many of the texts were astonishingly accurate over 2,000 years. This was both comforting and controversial. For religious believers, it confirmed the preservation of sacred scripture. For skeptics, it opened new debates about what was left out, what was changed, and why. The scrolls didn't just preserve history, they challenged it.